Halt. City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle. Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside. Plenty. I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't go hungry, if they're willing to work hard. The city's ruled by the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. That's the fortress there, up on the tall hill. But you're probably more interested in your Vasker, Mead Hall of the Companions. Their deeds of war and valor are legendary. Aye, that I do. I've got to, if I hope to be as good as Yorland Greymane someday. In fact, I just finished my best piece of work. It's a sword. I made it for the Jarl, Balgruf the Greater. It's a surprise. I don't even know if he'll accept it, but... Listen, could you take the sword to my father, Proventus Avenici? He's the Jarl's steward. He'll know the right time to present it to him. Thanks. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Well met, Traveler. What brings you to Whiterun? A pity. And words I hear too often. But there's no shame in it. One of them dragons comes calling in Whiterun. The place will go up like tinder. Aye, that I do. Half all my life. We Battleborns have been here since the beginning, along with the Greymanes. Our family's been close as kin for generations, but Ulfric Stormcloak's uprising has divided us. Now, seems we can scarce look at each other without coming to blows. Petty and foolish that. They are saying dragons have returned to Skyrim. Now that's a real problem. Ain't sure if they're taking on new members. But you should talk to the companions. They're over in their hall, your Vasker. If by work, You mean testing your steel in bloody battle? Ah, the most important question of all, that one. You'll want the bannered mare. See old Hulda? She'll keep you swimming in mead. But mind the bard, Mikael. Poncy little milk drinker, that one. Ah, man gives bards a bad name. We Nords have a long history as warrior poets. I am proud to count myself among them. But Mikael, he sings only for gold and the affections of wenches. He dishonors our traditions. May your sword be sharp, and your tongue sharper.
Everything's for sale, my friend. Everything. If I had a sister, I'd sell her in a second. Interesting, to say the least. What with all that's been going on. On the one hand, supplies are harder to come by since fewer traders are traveling the roads these days. But on the other, the scarcity of supplies has led to some, well, elevated prices. All that matters is that I have what you need, and it's worth every septum. Isn't it obvious? Why, the wonderful weather and hospitable people, of course. Not to mention my great fondness for dragons and petty political power struggles. But without a doubt, the most compelling feature of this frozen wasteland is the volley of inane questions leveled at me on a regular basis. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Do come back.
That was just lying around? Good find.
Everything's for sale, my friend. You need visit no other shops today.
Foolish old woman. You know nothing. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Nothing.
Ripe
And
fruit
what of my
fresh
son?
vegetables for
Hmm?
sale?
Fresh from
What
the
of
wilds.
Thorold? Is he nothing? So don't talk to me about suffering.
Your son chose his side and he chose poorly, and now he's gone. Such is the way of war.
Fresh-baked
The
loaves,
sooner you accept
still
his
warm
loss,
from
the
the
better.
oven.
I will never
Tired
accept
of
his
bread and
death.
stew? Had enough
My
of fish
son
and fowl.
still lives. I
Treat
feel it
yourself
in
and
my
your kin
heart.
to a choice cut of
So
steak
tell
or a
me,
tender rack of
Battleborn,
ribs.
where is he? Where are you holding my foreload?
Do you believe this old hag? Holding him? Why, I've
Chops
got
and
him in
steaks,
my
fit for your
cellar.
arm. Come and see
He's
my
my
selection of
prisoner.
highest quality meats.
Face it, Cow. Your stupid son is dead. He died a storm-cloaked traitor. And you best keep your mouth shut before you suffer the same.
Come on,
Finest
Father.
cuts,
There's nothing
fresh
more to
from
be
the
said
wilds.
here.
Fresh baked loaves, still warm from the oven.
Tired of bread and stew? Had enough of fish and fowl? Treat yourself and your kin to a choice cut
All
of
I can
steak
think
or a
about is
tender
my
rack of
son,
ribs.
my Thorold. They say that he was killed, but I know better. I know my son is alive. Those Battleborn, they're in with the Imperials. They know it too, and yet they lie to my very face.
Chops and steaks,
It's
fit
not
for your
wise
arm.
to discuss
Come
it
and see my
here.
selection of highest
Please,
quality
if you truly wish to help, meet me at my home. I'll tell you the whole story.
Fresh
The
baked
finest
loaves,
cuts, fresh from
still
the
warm
wilds.
from the oven.
I ain't done nothing. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Sure, whatever.
I'm telling you, I heard it, howling. Those werewolf tales are true.
Tired of bread and stew?
Indeed.
Had enough of
The
fish and
temple
fowl?
here in the city
Treat
is my
yourself and
charge.
your kin to a choice
The
cut of
goddess's
steak
divine
or a tender
blessings
rack
have
of
no
ribs.
doubt helped make Whiterun a thriving and prosperous city. After all, it is she who brings rain to our crops and fair weather on the harvest days.
And fresh vegetables for sale.
Somewhat, yes. At first it seemed a distant thing, heard only in the idle speech of guards and traders. When the wounded soldiers began to return from battle, I did what I could to help them.
Fresh baked loaves.
As more of the sick and injured came to the temple, my work as a healer became more important than my duties as a priestess. I wish only an end to the fighting, so that I can tend to the temple once more.
Tired of bread and
Grace
stew?
of Kinnareth
Had
be
enough
with
of
you.
Fish and fowl? Treat yourself and your kin to a choice cut of steak or a tender rack of ribs. The finest cuts, fresh from the wilds. Oh yes, hunting is my great passion. That's why my brother and I opened a shop to sell hunting supplies. It's the Drunken Huntsman down by the main gate. He tends the store, and I've got this stall. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Good hunting.
Fresh baked loaves, still warm from the oven. Life's hard enough with all these men propositioning
Tired
me.
of bread and stew?
But that
Had
bard
enough
is the
of fish and
worst.
fowl? Treat yourself and your kin to a choice cut of steak or a tender rack of ribs.
You've got no idea. Half the men in Whiterun have proposed to me. Some were even single. They'll never understand. No amount of flowers or honeyed words are going to change my mind. Right now, all that matters is my daughter Mila. No man's going to get between me and my little girl. That bard Mikhail is begging for a dagger up against his throat, the way he goes on about me. I heard him boasting at the Bannered Mare, saying he'll conquer me as a true Nord conquers any harsh beast. Huh.
Tired of bread and stew? Had enough of fish and fowl?
If you want to try, go right ahead.
Choice cut of steak
I don't think anything will get through that thick skull of his, though. Take a look. Remember, fresh fruit and vegetables every day.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. Think think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
You want a drink? Depends. Are you thirsty? Hungry? Both. Now please, no more questions.
Sadia, dear?
Yes, Mum?
We're running low on the Blackbriar mead. In a couple of days, I'll have you make a run, fetch some more.
Oh yes, Miss Hulda.
This is a local favorite and one of the Ragnar the Red. Oh, there once was a girl named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead. And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold.
They say the college has been snooping around Sarthal. Mages in the burial crypt? No good can come of that.
Ragnar the Red when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said, "Oh, you talk.
If it's work you need, honest gold for honest work." Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I assume you saw the Gildergreen? Big tree, all burnt up, in the middle of the Wind District? It's part of the Temple of Kinnareth. People want Danica to do something about it, but I don't know what they expect. People say there is someone in Riften that can change your face, make you look completely different. Do you believe that?
So have you spoken to that man from the Bard's College?
The companions?
No,
in Jorvaskr?
not yet.
They're
But I will.
recruiting new members from
just
what I hear.
haven't gotten around to it yet.
Here,
Oh,
take a
John,
look at
stop
this.
dallying.
Some of the
You know
Jarl's
you
men
have to
came by
go.
and left this
Why
bounty
Mara
letter.
put you on this earth?
I'll show you to
You
your
think
room,
a few
right
miles
this way.
can truly keep us... Heart?
You mean you won't forget about me the moment I'm out of sight? Get yourself a nice old rich husband, have 16 babies.
You've uncovered my master plan. Now I suppose you'll never leave.
Harlot.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Sing you a special song tonight, beautiful lass?
Not now, I'm working.
Ah, you're always working. Why else would I spend so much time here?
Mikhail is quite the songbird. Maybe he... reason you're here all the time.
Aye, the bard's got talent. I'll give him that. You just make sure his music is the only thing you're admiring.
Oh, John, darling, you know you're the only stone-biting, knuckle-dragging Nord for me.
Ah, that's my girl.
Ulfred, patron of the great clan Battleborn, a name I'm sure you know well. Battleborn is a name out of legend, sung in the songs of old and heard in deeds of valor for 100 generations. For Clan Battleborn they cry in the mead halls, first into the fray and last to quit their ale. We've got honor, wealth, and titles too, aye, and buxom women to warm your bed on a cold Skyrim night. Now if that don't answer your question, then no words will. Uncivilized pelt-wearing axe-draggers. It's a wonder they don't still live in a cave like those ancestors they keep boasting about. It's true, the Vignar Greymane and his lot are one of Whiterun's oldest and, depending on who you ask, most respected clans. I don't dispute that. But it's one thing to take pride in your lineage, and another to cling blindly to the past. What they call honor and tradition, I call ignorance. Just one more thing the Greymanes want to blame on others. It's not my fault they turned their backs on the Empire, or their mule of a son raised arms against it. And yet, they want to heap the fault on my family's good name? Ha! Money, you laggard. What else? It always comes down to coin. The Greymanes have deep roots in Whiterun, but so do we. Difference is, we're rich. And Vignar hates it. Oh, and they hate it too. All their big talk of pride and honor. And what have they got to show for it? Beggars' rags and stale bread. We've got the same pride, the same honor, and we've got wealth. No wonder they envy us.
Today's come and gone.
You watch yourself out there.
Aggression is just... outdone.
I work with my mother, sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, but hard work.
We will take back our home. Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing. We're the children of Skyrim, and we fight all our lives. And when Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies.
Mister, could you spare a coin?
Is ours, and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has.
I'm so hungry.
And our dreams. If it's a lady you're looking for, you best look elsewhere. Once Mikhail gets them, they're got. There's a whole college up in Solitude where they teach the arts. Song, lute playing, poetry. I studied there myself. Had to leave over a misunderstanding with a head mistress. Well, more a misunderstanding with her husband. Carlotta put you up to this, didn't she? I'm sorry, but that fiery widow is mine. She just doesn't know it yet. Maybe you're right. I guess I just didn't want anyone to think I couldn't handle one Nord lass. On my honor, I won't bother Carlotta ever again. Some parting advice? This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch protectors.
I've got a hungry daughter to feed, so selling my produce is really the only thing I care about. Really? You convinced that lute player to stop chasing me? I'd thank the gods, but I'll settle for thanking you. Here's some coin for your help. Farewell.
I'm so hungry. Oh, thank you, Divines. Bless your kind heart. It's what Brennan said I should do. He's the only one that's been nice to me since Mama. Since she died. My aunt and uncle took over our farm and threw me out. Said I wasn't good for anything. I wound up here, but I don't know what to do. I miss her so much. All right, then.
Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda. Before my ma and Da passed, I told them that one day, I'd become the best trader in Skyrim. I met one of the caravan leaders, Madran. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done. You'd do that? If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading. Help you get a fair bargain in the future? Yeah, these Khajiit make a living traveling the roads and selling their wares. It's got to be tough. Skyrim's a hard enough land when you've got a roof over your head. Worst thing is, nobody wants them in the cities. Nobody trusts them. Reputation mostly. A lot of Khajiit turn to smuggling and thievery to get by. A few bad apples spoil the bunch. You know how it is. Yeah, it's got to be. Worst thing is, matter of fact, I do. They've been fair enough with me, far as I can tell, and a Nord knows a liar when she sees one. About the same as everyone else. They're the catfolk of Elsewhere. Great warriors, good traders. Way I hear it, Elsewhere ain't nothing like Skyrim. It's got tropical forests and dusty badlands. It sounds awful. Farewell.
Welcome to our home.
Mother, what's the meaning of this? Who have you brought into our home?
Avrstein, put that down. He's here to help us find Thorold.
How do we know he's not spying for the Battleborn? This was foolish. We can't trust anyone. Who knows what they'll do if they find me here.
I can't take any more of this. No weapons, please. Let's just talk.
All right, Mother.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
You need to leave.
So, you're here to help? My brother Thorold, he was fighting for the Stormcloaks and went missing. Everyone assumes he's dead. But he's not, I just know it. The Imperials captured him, and they're holding him someplace. The Battleborns know where. I'd go and search their house for proof, but they want me to. I'd be captured, and then we'll never know what happened to him. So I need someone to find that proof for me. Anything that confirms that Thorold isn't dead, but is being held captive. I know those Battleborns have it. They'd be hiding it, of course. Wouldn't want it to get out that they've been lying this whole time. But you might be able to butter them up enough to lower their guard. The Battleborns, the Emperor's biggest bootlickers here in Whiterun. Their connections to the Empire and the Legion are well known. When Thorold didn't return home, there was no question in my mind. They knew Thorold supported the Stormcloaks, knew he was gonna aid them in battle, made sure he didn't come back. Locked him up someplace to get back at my family, I'm sure of it. Best if you didn't mention it.
Need something?
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch protectors, the Imperials. We drink to our youth, to days come and gone. For the age of aggression is just about done. We'll drive out the Stormcloaks and restore what we own. With our blood and our
Sadia,
steel,
wake
we
up,
will
dear.
take back
Yes,
our
Mama.
home. Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing. We're the children of Skyrim, and we fight all our lives.
You want a drink? Depends. Are you thirsty? Hungry? Both. Now please, no more questions.
And we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams.